Voracek there turning away from Zidlinsky. Back to Briere. Fire! Oh, Seam deflected stop. Gagne! He scored!
Alright, what is up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have the second round robin game preview here with the Flyers against the Washington Capitals. So the game tomorrow. Now, not many people knew what time the game was, and it was, announced yesterday that the game is now at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, it's kind of in the middle of the day. It's around the same time of the Bruins game. Bruins game is at 3, Penguins game is at 4. So it looks like they're trying to keep the round robin games in the middle of the day. Today you had the Bruins and Tampa Bay round robin game that was at 4 o'clock, and then you had the Avalanche and Stars at 6:30. So they're trying to keep them in the middle of the day there. But again, regardless, now speaking of that Bruins and Lightning game, so going into the game, the standings for everything were the Tampa in first with 2 points, the Flyers in second with 2 points, the Capitals in third with 1 point, and then the Bruins in fourth with no points. So now Tampa Bay, since they won 3-2 in regulation, Boston cannot finish any higher than the third seed since they still have 0 points with 1 game left. And as for the Flyers, if they win tomorrow versus the Washington Capitals, as Tampa now has 4, the Flyers still have 2, and the Capitals having 1. And then both of the Flyers and Capitals playing tomorrow. If the Flyers win in regulation, then they will be a lock for second place. That has already happened in the West, as the Avalanche are now a lock for the 1 and 2 since they won both of their games and they have 4 points. They beat the Stars today 4-0. As for the Flyers, a couple little updates here. Not Scott Lowen. Michael Raffl, he is out. And it looks like he's out for a little bit. This came out a couple days ago, but I figured I would kind of save everything for the preview, just so that you can get all the stuff in this video before the game. So again, Raffl, he's out for a while. Again, there's no really timetable. If you listen to our podcast with Bill Meltzer, if you have not, it was an unbelievable episode. Me, Amadeo, and Bill, the three of us, we did a review of the Bruins game, and then we talked about the NHL and some of the other games in the series, and then we talked about a little bit of this game. But regardless, if you listen to that, you would have heard Bill talk about how the whole injury thing, how you can't specify, and how he said that it's kind of a little silly now with that stuff because obviously he doesn't have COVID and everything, and that it's an obvious leg injury, foot injury, and something along those lines. But regardless, it is what it is. And again, the Flyers won't have Michael Raffl, so this is where the depth comes in, and this is also where Joel Farabee comes in. The only thing is that it might take a little bit longer for Farabee to kind of adjust to that fourth line role, which is another thing that Bill said, which is a very good point, is that it might take a little longer for Farabee to adjust to that fourth line role because, again, he's been a first, second line guy his whole career. But regardless, I think it's still good for the Flyers. It definitely hurts to not have Raffl, but I'm excited to see how Farabee does, and I think he's going to have a solid game. As for the Flyers and the Capitals did not have Carlson in their game versus Tampa Bay. I guess we'll see what happens there. And hopefully he is not playing, but if he is, I still think the Flyers are going to win the game. I'm predicting a 5-2 win from the Flyers. I think they can beat them. As for the Caps in goal, they have Braden Holtby. Flyers have Moose. Moose is in net for the game. So again, I think it's a good thing. And Bill was talking about this on the podcast too. He was saying that they could have honestly went with Hart. Because of the span of days from going from Sunday and then all the way going till Saturday, that's basically a whole week there. But that's basically what the Flyers are going to be doing. Instead, they could have had Hart play Sunday, then Thursday, and then give Elliott the last game. But again, it is still good. It's not really the biggest decision, but then again, it was really what I expected. I personally thought that Elliott was going to be getting the Capitals, regardless. But Holtby has seen a lot of the Flyers this season, and they've lit him up a couple times. They scored 3 on him at home, 5 on the road, and then 6 he ended up getting pulled. I believe the Flyers scored 7 or 8 that night. It was 7. They ended up winning 7-2. But regardless, still the Flyers they really had Holtby's number this season. So hopefully that can continue into this game. As I said, if the Flyers pick up 2 points in regulation, they are a lock for 1 or 2, and then that game versus Tampa Bay can really determine who gets first place here. So the Flyers win tomorrow, you're basically a lock. And again, it's definitely good because I don't want us to be playing, some of these teams right now. I mean, I'm looking at the way Carolina played in that series versus the Rangers, and I'm looking at the way Columbus has been playing. The Flyers were a little bit lucky because they did get Columbus at certain points where they were injured. But regardless, I still think it'll be a good series. But that I will worry about when we get there. But remember, guys, again, please go listen to that episode with Bill Meltzer. It was a great time. Again, Bill, thank you for coming on. Remember, guys, podcast, articles, those links are on my channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you guys in the next one, and goodbye.